What is up, guys? It is Bucky and welcome to your 11th intermediate Java tutorial, and this is pretty much a continuation from the last intermediate Java tutorial, which was 10 in case you guys can't count. And in this tutorial we're going to be finishing up a couple methods from the collections class. So, enough with me talking, let's just get right into it. So we ended up and we called a method copy, which pretty much took everything from L and copied it into list copy. So from here, what we're going to do is just print out a little display so we actually know what's going on. So system out print line, and let's just print out something clever. Copy of list with a colon. And from here, we need to call that output method that we didn't create yet. So output, and instead of outputting the original list, let's go ahead and output list. And I accidentally left a comment. That's embarrassing. So let's get rid of that. Output, we'll just put like list copy. So what this is going to do eventually, once we build the output method, is output the new copied list that we just made. So the last method I want to teach you from the collections class is how you can take pretty much any list, or collections actually, and fill it with something that wasn't in there before. So let's go ahead and we can finally add our comment and put fill collection with crap. And let's go ahead and put collection dot fill, and it takes two parameters, this method. The first parameter is what collection do you want to fill. Well, let's just go ahead and change the list. You can change the list copy if you want, it doesn't really matter. And the second one is the type of data. What are you going to be filling it with? Well, we want to take that list and this is pretty much the same as replace. Anytime you come across any instance or element in the list, we want to change it to X. So now instead of our list, which was NWP, since we reversed it, it's going to be XXX. So, we could have picked a better letter, but, too bad, deal with it. So go ahead and we'll print this out one last time. System out print line, and just go ahead and put like after filling the list colon and that line, and now let's go ahead and output the list, which was called L, one last time. And now the only thing, let's see, collections, that's why I'm getting an error. And the only errors we should have is that output, because we didn't create another method called output yet. So let's go ahead and change that right now. So let's go ahead and tighten this up. And outside of your main method right here, make sure that you don't put this method inside the main or it won't work. So you need to go outside the main, but yet inside the class, whatever your main class is. Mine's called Bucky. We want to write a new output method. So let's leave a comment right there. I'll name mine E method. And let's go ahead and put private, since it's private to the class, static void, and we'll put output and put list, and this is the parameter we pass it in. As you can see, we passed it in a collection method, which was a list all the time. So let's go ahead and put list character, and we'll just name it like the list for simplicity. Make sure you spell that right, the list. And now what we can do is we pretty much just need to output everything. So I'm going to go ahead and put an enhanced for loop in here. So for character thing, and I'll put the list, and make sure that's the same parameter you passed in. And what this is going to do is it's going to loop through whatever list you pass into it, and it's going to treat each element as thing. So now we can alter that or pretty much do whatever we want. So let's go ahead and put system out printf, since by the way the main thing we're trying to accomplish in this method is just to print stuff out. So that's why we need printf. And for the format, let's go ahead and put a string variable. And of course, for our argument, it has to be thing. And in case you can't remember, what it's going to do is it's going to loop through each element in the list, and it's going to output it for you. Simple enough. So then after it outputs, you probably want to just print out a blank line, just because if you don't, everything's going to be running out on the same line. It's going to look pretty confusing. So system out print line, and that's all there is to it. So go ahead and check your program and make sure you don't have any errors, and then go ahead and run it, Press OK, and now here's our final output. Whoa, easy, Haas. Good thing for Windows 7. Whenever I put it to the top, there we go. So now you see our original list is PWN, pwn, not bad. After we called the reverse method on it, it's NWP, which is a reverse of PWN, in case you guys couldn't figure that out. Now here we printed out copy list. So this is an entirely different list than here. It's pretty much just a copy of it. And the last method that we called is fill. So let me see if I can find it right here. Collections.fill. And what it did is take the original list L and replaced every element in it with X. So now instead of NWP we have XXX. So that's demonstrating a couple new methods from the collections class and how you can use them and why they are useful. So that's that for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.